In this lesson, we're going to address the foundational question: what exactly is GPT? We'll define what GPT stands for, explore how it was developed, walk through what it does under the hood, and break down real-world uses and challenges. By the end of this session, you'll have a strong understanding of where GPT came from, what it does best, where it struggles, and how its different versions compare. Let's begin with the basics. GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. It's a type of artificial intelligence model that understands and generates human language. Essentially, when you interact with GPT, whether you're asking a question, writing an essay, or summarizing a report, it's trying to predict the next most likely word based on the words you've already given it. That might sound simple, but it's very powerful. Behind that word prediction is a complex architecture trained on enormous amounts of text. It's called a transformer because that's the name of the neural network structure it uses. That structure allows it to weigh and prioritize different parts of what you write, essentially paying attention to different parts of your input to produce its responses. Now, those words, generative and pre-trained, are also important. You can ask it to create to-do lists tailored to your specific day. For example, you might wake up and say, "Hey GPT, help me plan my Monday. I've got meetings in the morning, a gym session in the evening, and I need to run some errands in between." GPT will then map out a schedule for you, breaking down your day into manageable parts. But it doesn't stop at just listing tasks. GPT can help you actually prioritize. Let's say you have 10 things competing for your attention. You can ask something like, "Help me figure out which of these is most urgent and important." Based on how you describe your tasks and deadlines, GPT can suggest a sensible order, grouping quick wins together and pointing out which items are time-sensitive. And for those forgetful moments, like remembering to buy a birthday card or pick up dry cleaning, GPT can help you set reminders. While GPT itself doesn't push notifications like your calendar app might, it can act as a central hub. You tell it your tasks, and it can help you insert those into your preferred calendar or even generate reminders in apps like Google Keep or Apple Reminders if you connect them. Here's a real-world example. Olivia, who works remotely and juggles caregiving duties, uses GPT every morning to build her daily plan. She tells it her goals, and it transforms that into clear, prioritized action steps. She copies the list into her Notes app and checks things off throughout the day. That way, Olivia conserves energy by offloading decision-making and mental tracking to GPT. Next, let's shift to meal planning and cooking assistance. This is an area that often feels overwhelming for people. Deciding what to eat, staying within dietary goals, and making use of what's in your fridge. These are daily challenges. GPT can help simplify all of it. Start with meal planning. You can tell GPT things like, "I want a 5-day dinner plan with low-carb meals that I can prep in under 30 minutes. Or you might say, "Plan a week of vegetarian lunches using seasonal ingredients." GPT will return a day-by-day plan, complete with dish ideas and suggested ingredients. Even better, it works with what you already have. Let's say you open your fridge and see broccoli, leftover chicken, and cooked rice. You can ask GPT, "What can I make with these ingredients?" It'll suggest complete dishes and ways to reuse those items, so nothing goes to waste. Maybe it recommends a chicken and broccoli stir-fry, or a simple rice bowl with a homemade sauce. When it comes to cooking execution, GPT can walk you through the steps. Let's say you're unsure how to cook quinoa. Just ask, and GPT will explain everything: how much water to use, how long to simmer, and optional toppings for flavour. And if you're prepping for guests or want to try something more complex, you can ask for multi-course menus, drink pairings, or even plating suggestions. Consider Marcus, a busy professional who used to eat out every night. Once he started using GPT, he began sharing his dietary preferences. He's lactose intolerant and time limits. GPT helped him discover simple dinner recipes he could rotate weekly. Not only did his health improve, but he also saved time and money. Let's now shift to the third area: entertainment recommendations. When we think of productivity tools, we don't always consider how they can enhance our downtime. But GPT is just as good at helping you enjoy your evenings or weekends as it is at organizing your workday. Let's say you're in the mood to watch a movie but can't decide what to pick. Rather than scrolling endlessly, you can ask GPT to recommend something similar to a film you already love. For example, what should I watch if I liked the Grand Budapest Hotel? GPT considers tone, genre, pacing, and even emotional experience when offering suggestions. The same applies to books. You could say, I enjoyed The Alchemist. Any recommendations for something similar, maybe a bit longer? GPT can provide curated suggestions that fit your mood and taste rather than generic listicles or ads. And if you're into music, try asking GPT to generate a playlist. Say you're going for a run. You might ask, create a high-energy playlist with pop and hip-hop from the past 5 years. GPT will suggest track names and artists, which you can then use to quickly build a playlist in your music app. There's also room for discovering new hobbies. You might ask, what are some relaxing activities I can try at home this weekend? GPT could suggest mindfulness coloring books, ambient music playlists, or DIY crafts. If you have kids, it can tailor options to include family members of various ages. Take Emily, a parent of 2, who found herself stuck in the same routine of watching the same cartoons with her kids. She started asking GPT for fresh family movie night ideas. And not only did her children stay engaged, but she also rediscovered her own love of storytelling and animation. Now, let's tie everything together and talk about how to practically integrate GPT into your daily routines. The key to getting the most out of GPT is not just knowing what it can do, it's developing the habit of including it in your everyday rhythms. Think of it the same way you think of brushing your teeth or checking your email, something that becomes second nature over time. One way to start is by setting a daily check-in with GPT. It can be as simple as typing, "Help me plan today." You gain structure, save mental effort, and walk away knowing your priorities are in order. You can also keep it running in the background throughout your day. Maybe during your lunch break, you ask for a podcast suggestion, or on your commute, you brainstorm dinner ideas. Even when it's late and you've had a stressful day, GPT can help you find a way to wind down, maybe through journaling prompts, a relaxing playlist, or breathing exercises. You don't need to master all of GPT's use cases at once. Start with 1 or 2 areas, like improving your evening meal planning or managing your weekend errands. Get comfortable, then expand into areas like entertainment or wellness tracking. Here's a comprehensive example. Raj is a high school teacher who uses GPT to structure his day. In the morning, he outlines his tasks, including grading, meetings, and lesson planning. On the way home, he asks for quick dinner recipes using staples in his pantry. Later, he gets GPT to recommend a short documentary that fits his interests in history. Over time, GPT becomes invisible, not flashy, just highly effective. And that's really the point. GPT doesn't have to be complicated. Its power lies in its ability to sit quietly in the background, helping you do what you already do, just more smoothly, with fewer headaches. So, let's briefly review what we covered today. First, we talked about using GPT for task organization and reminders. It can help you build simple daily schedules, prioritize competing tasks, and track what you've already accomplished. It's like having a personal planner who doesn't forget anything. Second, we explored meal planning and cooking assistance. From suggesting recipes based on what's in your fridge to giving you step-by-step guidance while you cook, GPT can make mealtimes easier, healthier, and less stressful. Third, we looked at entertainment recommendations. Whether you're into movies, books, music, or new hobbies, GPT can tailor suggestions to your personal preferences and help you get more from your leisure time. Finally, we brought those ideas together and talked about integrating GPT into your day-to-day life. The goal isn't to build perfect systems, it's to lower the everyday friction, so you spend more time doing things that matter and less time figuring out how and when to do them. As you continue through this course, I encourage you to actually try using GPT in one of these areas for a few days. Maybe just start with planning your meals or building a to-do list each morning. You'll quickly see how practical and empowering these small changes can be. Start noticing those everyday moments where GPT might make your life a little easier. You might be surprised by how quickly those small efficiencies add up. Thanks for joining this lesson, and I'll see you in the next one.